Hi guys, this is Michael from InsaneWayGO, and today I want to talk with you about the upcoming Cyber Dragon structure deck, which will come out in 2021. In today's video I will show you my expectations about the new support and give you my personal 5 type of cards what I think Konami will bring to us. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. As most of you know, Cyber Dragon came in second place in the last structure deck theme poll on the official card database with 18.83%. The first place went to Ice Barrier with about 19.2%. So as the Ice Barrier structure deck will come out on November 21st in the OCG, we have to wait a little bit longer for our beloved archetype. Even if Konami did not announce it so far, after some mathematics I feel very comfortable that the OCG will get a structure deck around February to March 2021. If you compare it to the past releases, this would mean we will get our structure deck in June or July 2021. So I'm very excited about the new cards and the new support. Let's take a look what Konami might have for us. Many of you were asking, how many new cards will we get? Well, I made some comparison to the last 3 structure decks which came out of the voting contest, and as you see, these numbers were very different. I did not count any tokens or whatever, just new cards. Shadow had 5 new cards, Sacred Beast even 9, and the upcoming Charmer's structure deck will have also 5 new cards. If you just build the average, there's a possible number of 6 new cards, but I would go even further and say we can have up to 8 new cards, and I will explain you why. As from now on, we have proof that the structure deck will conclude Cyber Dragon and Cyber Dark support. Because there was an official image on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Homepage in which the voting contest takes place, where you saw Cyber and Dragon and Cyber Dark Dragon. Shadow and Charmers are one specific archetype. Sacred Beast, on the other hand, had 3 total different monsters, which get supported. It's nearby the same with Cyber Dragon and Cyber Dark. It takes a lot to make synergy with these 2 archetypes, but it has a lot of potential. That's why I guess we will see 6 to 8 new cards. As Konami is willing to sell this product with the highest amount of profit, they will make an analysis about the target group. For this I used the CCC method. It should be for casuals, the collectors, and also for the competitive players, because you want to satisfy nearby all of your customers. So let us take a look at my top 5 personal expectations. Number 1. I'm totally sure we will get a new Cyber and Dragon. Cyber and Dragon is the absolute boss monster of Zane Truestyle, and by the way also my favorite boss monster. The epitome of the one-turn kill in the enemy, the top of the incredible strength of Cyber Dragons. This is Cyber and Dragon. Konami would do well on this to bring out an alternative form of it, like the different types of Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, because this card is an absolute fan favor. To make it more viable to play, it would be nice to have a summon condition which is not that hard to fulfill. For instance, this should be the same like Cyber Eternity Dragon, and should be included a Cyber Dragon monster or a Cyber Dark monster. To give some more spice to it, it would be honorable if it would summon the original one from your extra deck if this card would be sent to the graveyard. like our good old friend Cyber Dragon Nova. With an alternate artwork of Cyber and Dragon, Konami would satisfy all the collectors to get one of these, and even on the competitive side, the original Cyber and Dragon could see some more play in the near future. It would be important that Cyber Dragon Nexter should bring this new big guy back to the field, if it was properly summoned before. So 2100 dev would be awesome. As a boss monster, this new card should also have a broken effect. There's so many casual players out there who want to have Power Bond back in the competitive game, because this was Zane's trump card. An effect that this big guy cannot be targeted nor destroyed by card effects if you use Power Bond, for its summon would be very devastating. To make it more competitive, a floodgate effect would be very welcome. For instance, your opponent cannot activate spell or trap cards that are set on the field, so a kind of Denko Sekka. This would give us a better matchup against all the back row heavy decks. I'm absolutely sure that this structure deck will only have fusion based extra deck monsters, like in the original anime. But just keep in mind, in about 3 to 4 years, Cyber Dragon could also have a structure deck R, coming if Konami would follow its trend of making retro structure decks. I have invested in Cybernetic Revolution, due to its effect that this card can summon a fusion monster with Cyber Dragon as a fusion material on your opponent's turn. This card will also be in the legendary Duelist Season 2 pack, which might also come out in 2021. With the new fusion boss monster with a broken effect, it could see some more play in the competitive play. Now let us go to number 2. Another card which I expect is a Cyber Dragon monster, which is level 3. It would be another target for Cybernetic Overflow and hopefully another machine dupe target if it has not more than 500 attack. Or will Konami make it a machine dupe searcher? I don't think they will make it that broken, but in the end no one knows what Konami still have in its pocket. Just take a look at broken cards like Numero Network or the upcoming Blaze Cannon for the Winged Dragon of Ra support. But one is for sure, this card should have a decent effect, at least to give the archetype more flexibility in breaking boards, because this is what Cyber Dragon can do at its best. Here are 2 effects where I think they would give us more flexibility. First effect, you can banish this card. Machine monsters you control cannot be destroyed until the end of this turn. Second effect, you can discard this card, add 1 Power Bond and or 1 other Cyber Dragon monster from your deck to your hand. So this could be the Power Bond Surger casual players always want to. And because of its first effect, it's immune to DD Crow, because you can banish it for costs as a quick effect even after you discarded it. Also, a level 3 Cyber Dragon monster would be an optimal tuner for our archetype. With that you can easily go into generic level 8 synchro monsters and maybe in the future author in a Cyber Dragon synchro monster. Who knows? Though this card could be a nice support card for casuals and competitive players as well. Coming to number 3. For a long time, many players are crying for a field spell card. Well, in the anime there's Clockwork Knight, an absolute broken card which turns all monsters on the field to machine type monsters. I made a video on Yu-Gi-Oh! Percy where I play tested with this card. If you want to take a look, I will link it at the end of the video. This card alone would be very unhealthy for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, so it should have a little drawback at least. For example, you can only attack with the one monster this turn. For more durability, there could be an effect like, if a Cyber Dragon or Cyber Dark monster would be summoned, you can summon 2 more of its copy from your deck or graveyard. So this would make the card absolutely broken, because you have your machine duplication every turn, and it would has also some synergy with the Cyber Dark monsters to get more of these on the field. A drawback like, you can only summon machine type or dragon type monsters the turn you activated this effect could balance this card a little bit. Due to the fact that many cards in the actual matter could banish itself from the graveyard, it would be nice to have such an effect on a Cyber Dragon spell or trap card. You can banish this card at 1 machine type monster level 6 or lower from your deck to your hand, but you cannot activate its effect this turn. So this is the more generic one. On the one hand, you can get back your Cyber Dragon or Cyber Dark cards, and on the other hand, you can search for Jinzo, because all of us know there's one Jinzo related card which you can search by course effect. A prankster who now thinks, well, Jinzo could have synergy with Cyber Dragons in the future. So this card could also interest the casual and the competitive players. Coming to number 4. As I mentioned it in one of my videos, CyberDark Fusion would solve a huge problem for CyberDark monsters, because it is so hard to get the boss monster's Cyber Darkness Dragon on your field. It needs 5 Cyber Dark monsters. With CyberDark Fusion, you can use the fusion material from your deck, like in Shadow Fusion. To restrict it a little bit, there should be a special condition, like you have to control a Cyber Dragon. This would also strengthen the synergy with the 2 archetypes of Saint Truesdale. Last but not least, we will come to my number 5. A Cyber or Cyber Dark trap card, which use the equip effect of Cyber Dark monsters to equip machine type monsters with the same name from a graveyard. If you gave this card different effects up to the number of machine type monsters a Cyber Dragon or Cyber Dark monster is equipped, this would give Cyber Dark a huge boost to see it in competitive play. These effects could be: first, if you have 1 equipped machine monster, Cyber Dark monsters you control gain 400 attack and def. If you have 2, once per turn, you can target 1 Cyber Dark monster you control, equip 1 machine monster to it from your graveyard. Though that can give them their resources back and make grinding more viable. If you have 3, once per turn, quick effect, unequip 1 monster and special summon it. Though this is in reference to Cyber Dragon Nova's effect, you can bring Cyber Dragon Seeger or Cyber Dragon Nexter on the field in your opponent's turn. If you have 4, once per turn, when a card or effect is activated, quick effect, you can destroy 1 equipped card from a monster, then negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. This effect is in reference to our good old boy Cyber Dragon Infinity. with the addition that 2 of the CyberDark monsters would trigger if they would send to the graveyard. And if you have 5, your opponent can only summon machine or dragon type monsters. This could be a very fearful move if you really have 5 equipped machine monsters, but not as broken as Zexel or Rongomniad in the past. And as before, it would be an interesting card for casual and competitive Cyberdragon players. As I know, there are more cards you want to get as new support. But I don't think that there will be a Link 1 Cyberdragon monster in the upcoming structure deck, even if I like the idea of getting Infernal Reckless Summon live in your first turn. Another viable option is also Counter Trap card. Due to the fact that Cyberdragon is a going second deck, I'm more thinking that Konami will make this strategy much better so that a counter trap is more unlikely, but I would appreciate it. A machine duplication searcher would be absolutely phenomenal and broken. I don't think that this is likely to happen, because this card does not rely on Zane's playstyle in the enemy, and even if he had this in his deck. Cyberdragon Synchro Monster. Yeah, I think this could happen in the future, but not in the upcoming structure deck. And a new Cyberdragon Xyz monster. Well, this would be a nice call for the structure deck R in 3 to 4 years. But there's also one thing left, I have to say. I think there's a huge potential that we will see Infinite Impermanence as a common card in this structure deck. And let's be true, it should be a Cyberdragon card, so it should be in the upcoming structure deck. So you see, these are my wishes, my expectations to the upcoming Cyberdragon structure deck. Do you agree with me, or do you have other expectations? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, please subscribe and click the notification bell that you will not miss any video. So I'm out and see you soon, guys.